Word sound is power. What does word sound power mean? It means that our words create sounds. And though these sounds are invisible, these sounds can still be felt, these sounds can still be heard. And it is through these sounds that carries power. Power in our everyday lives, power in our everyday conversations and our everyday interactions, and power over our overall life. It's been a while since I've posted a video, and mainly because I've just been really working through a lot of feelings and a lot of mental things, a lot of emotional things that have gotten in my way, or I've allowed to get in my way and that has prevented me with creating more consistent content. So I apologize about that. But one thing I have to say is that if my spirit is not, if I don't feel in my spirit to record something, I'm not, and today, there's some things I want to share with you all. And I thank you so much for every single listening ear under the sound of my voice. So, yes, if you do hear some background noise, don't be distracted by it, okay? The point is just to listen to my words and to let them resonate and to take what it is that you need to take and spit out what it is that you need to spit out, or whatever it is that you can use it, and whatever it is that you don't need to use, just let it go. So I know for me, it's been this past few months of this year has really been about giving myself permission to allow things to be as they are, and not as I expect them to be. So many changes have happened in my life these past 6 months, and I started my year off with a lot of expectations of how this year would look and things that I would get accomplished this year, especially from previous years, and seeing that, yeah, I'm pretty good at certain things. And, God has really blessed me with the ability to be creative and to use my creativity to bring in sources of income. Now, the thing about it is just no day is the same. Every day is a new day, literally. And this year has really been about expecting the expected and the unexpected. I personally have had to overcome a lot of inner conflicts with letting things be as they are and not as I should be. This year has taught me a lot about patience, a lot about letting go of grudges, letting go of envy, letting go of unforgiveness, letting go of feelings and thought patterns that are not for my good, that do not lead me to my good. And so with that, I had to really, 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 really tell myself, it's okay to let go. It's okay to not hold on to things. It's okay for things to change. And it's okay for you to learn, you know what I'm saying? And it's been real, guys. It's been real. Things did not go as planned for me this year. But I think about it, what I'm doing is alchemizing my experience. And instead of looking at life as a bunch of lemons, or looking at this season of my life as a bunch of lemons, I'm making the conscious choice of looking at life like, you know what? This is what it is right now, and this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And so, has it been easy to accept this, and has it been easy to let go? Absolutely not. There's a part in each and every one of us that we all have to really address, and that's the ego. The ego seeks to be in control of everything. The ego seeks to have comfort over everything. The ego seeks to be right in everything. And for most people, that's how they live their lives, under the control of their ego selves. And in this day and time, it's ego can only take us but so far. There's a point in time where ego is not going to be enough, and it's never been enough, but now it's more so clear and obvious that the ego is not enough. It's not going to lead us where we desire to be. And so what does that mean? It means that we have to now tap into our more spiritual selves, our more connected and source selves, the self that is connected to our higher selves. For me, what is that and what has that been looking like? Well, it's been looking like letting go of control of the outcome. And not only letting go of control of the outcome, but letting go of the feelings that are associated with letting go when the temptation of being despair or hopeless or feeling like a failure are, serious temptations, choosing and making the conscious choice making a conscious choice to give it to God and to know deep inside of you that no matter how things look, all things work for my good, all things work for your good, and to trust that and to know that deep in your heart and to continuously remind yourself of that. You would think that, saying it one time would, make things, more clear for you or create the balance that you need. But oftentimes, especially in my life, I recognize that I have to repeatedly remind myself that all things work for my good. And even when things don't look like they're working out or when things aren't going as planned, that there is a greater plan, higher than my plan, higher than my ability to even plan. And sometimes it may even just require for me to be still and know that God is God, Be still and know that God is God, I was raised in the church, and one of my favorite scriptures is, be still and know that I'm God. For some reason, out of all the scriptures, that one resonates with me, especially during this season. Because, ego loves to feel like it can do things to make things change or to create change. But like I said earlier, ego can only take you but so far, This is a time and season where it is essential for people to let go of their expectations of what life is supposed to look like, to let go of their expectations of their plans, and to really trust that their life, our life, is in good hands, and repeatedly reminding ourselves that in this season is essential. It's so essential. It is so crucial for us to remain in a place of grace, remain in that place of love, the frequency of love, remain in the frequency of peace, remain in the frequency of balance. And it all starts with remaining in the frequency of love. So, yeah. Everything, every single thing, every single god dang on thing happens for a reason. And sometimes we may know the reason, sometimes we may not. But it's the acceptance that in spite of knowing or not knowing, our life is in good hands as long as we let go of our ego. All right, guys. So, word, sound is power. Thank you guys and gals so much for listening to me, listening to my heart. And yeah, may you all have a blessed beautiful and prosperous day. And I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.